Really? I need to prophesy.
Yeah. So my question,
what does that sound?
My question to you was, how do you conceive this project?
It's not one man's work. It's a teamwork. From my calling the writer, getting to partner with Amy, and we talked about the things happening in the society. You know, if you've seen Shanty Town, it's about the things that a lot of us are not speaking up about. We don't see it. Organ transporting, organ trafficking, and a lot of that is happening currently in the society. So it was an opportunity for us to talk about these negative things happening, highlight these things, and let people get to know how it's affecting the society negatively. So that was the concept of Shanty Town. And when you get a concept as a producer, when you get a story idea, you call the writers, you call the people that tell the stories, and then you can flesh it out. So the concept is about highlighting these negative things happening in the society that all of us are not talking about. And there are innocent young girls going through these things. So that's the central idea of Shanty Town.
Will you describe this as an emotional project for you?
I don't know the emotional, you won't call it emotional, in the sense that it's not really emotional, but it is important. It's an important discussion that needs people to see and talk about. So it's not emotional like mother-child, but it's important because women are going through a lot. A lot of women were taken into the custody of these things, not because they want to, but because they wanted to survive. They wanted to survive. And you see it happening every day. Modern slavery is still happening. And we can't close our eyes to these things happening in the society. So it's the main reason why we're telling this story. We need people to see. We need people to know that they can fight for their freedom. Yes.
So, how was life in prison?
How was Inem's life in prison? Inem's life in prison was pretty much an interesting one because in as much as in the story we don't get to see that backstory a lot, but I am believing that Inem's life in prison must have been really, one of just realizing that you have wasted your entire life. You've allowed, she got sunk into this life, not like she said, not like she went into it voluntarily, but of course she's sort of acclimatized to the lifestyle there, and she wasn't also innocent of all the things that had gone wrong or that had happened. So her having to be in jail for that long and perhaps to a point of losing her life must have been a reawakening, the fact that, or at the point where you realize that you have thrown the better part of your life away. I mean, you allowed situations or circumstances to push you to a point where you can do nothing for yourself.
So from your role, what do you think women can really learn from your role?
Like Chichi has rightly said, my character, I played a dual character, and one of the characters I'm going to talk about right now, who is not the one who was in jail, the other character, is the love for humanity and the fight for freedom, and the fact that women must realize that in as much as sometimes the society and circumstances pushes us into corners where we find ourselves doing compromising things, we also have the capacity and the ability to fight for what we want. And we also have a responsibility to also correct the ills of the society in any way that we can. You first of all have to understand that we are in a battle every day in life. We fight for survival. We fight to be seen. We fight to be heard, you know. But that fight is necessary. Like she said, it's important because as mothers and as women, we literally birth the world. So if you don't fight, if we cannot keep allowing things to go the way that things go, if you don't fight for what you believe in, and it's something that just bothers on every other aspect of life. All right, we're most of the times used to just keeping quiet and allowing things slide, but I think women are coming to a point of realizing that we all have to constantly speak up, and fight for what we believe in, even if it takes our lives.
We saw you kicking a grown-up, and that is very, very interesting. So, do you go through some form of training, like Kung Fu?
Oh gosh, so the preparatory part of this project was one of the most interesting parts for me because I love to fight, but then I had to do almost 2 months of training. We had different sects of martial artists who took me through like a really rigorous training, you know, how to keep your stamina up, the workouts, I just had to because, you know, first of all, I didn't want a lot of stunts for me. I wanted to be able to do a huge number of that job myself. I wanted it to be that believable and the only way to have done that was to train. So I trained every day for about 6 weeks. Yeah, you know, and then we had like really amazing trainers, and every day we'd go to a field out there, you know, would kickbox, would fight, would kung fu, we'll do all of that. So that was real.
The baby is ready for Olympic. so I was lying on set.
See, yes, Shanty Town was one of the most interesting projects to work on for some weird reason. I know when we tell people that, maybe fellow filmmakers, because fellow filmmakers will be like, how did you put all this together? How did you manage this level of cast? How did you manage the crowd? How did you manage, because it was a huge number of people on set every day, from crew to cast. It was a lot of people. I want to believe we had over 100 people. 180 plus every day on set for almost 6 weeks, right?
Yes.
About that, you know. So, but guess what? You know, usually when you're on a set, when a set that has a large number of cast and crew, it gets really complicated and difficult to manage. But Shanty Town was a blessed project from the get-go. We had amazing cast. That's the first thing that I really am grateful to God for. The quality of cast that we had on set, the passion with which everybody came with. We were like family on set. And then the crew, they were so professional. The cast was so passionate about it. So in as much as, because it's an action project, there are lots of takes. You have to take and take and take. So sometimes you might do one scene for like a whole day. And these guys will be so patient, so tolerant. Like everybody will just be happy sitting in their corners as long as they have food to eat, something to drink, you know. And then even when people finish working on set, they wouldn't want to go. You still see artists looking around, just enjoying the whole ambience and everything. So, and then we had really nice locations as well. So it was really a fun project. I think when we finished filming, everybody missed the set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'll come back to you, Madam Chichi. So, how much is really this project? What is the worth of this project?
You want to put our sweat? You want to put our blood? What do you want to put in? The energy? We don't. Naira is not a global currency. Maybe they want to talk about the US.
We are still spending
It's so much.
I don't think we've ever sat down to really just look at like literally.
You can't quantify it. It's much.
But it was a huge project.
It's a huge project.
It's a huge investment.
If you've seen it, then you know it's a huge investment.
Perhaps, yes, it was a huge investment.
Is this going to end in 6 episodes, or you will have? What is your plan for Shanty Town?
Hello, Netflix.
I think that the film will dictate the pace at which it will go, because the story doesn't end there.
Yes.
The story doesn't end where it's ended. The story has a whole life on its own. So I'm sure that you're going to keep seeing Shanty Town. It's going to be something it's a project that has come to stay.
What is the most interesting thing for you on this project?
It's the most interesting thing for me, I would say, is the anticipation.
Huge.
It's the anticipation. You know, we didn't do much publicity when we filmed it. We didn't even put anything out there because, of course, you know, we had Netflix in view, and then we didn't want to give out too much. You know. So, but I mean, and just from the day of the announcement till date, it's been like, I think the anticipation is making us nervous. It's making me nervous. I'm like, okay, so it's good nervous. It's excitement nervous. You know what I mean? So because I know, I trust what we've done, and I trust that people would love it, and yeah.
Okay, so apart from you, who was the most outstanding actors in this one?
I think we have overflowed. I think we'll never ever say enough of what Chichi Bokeme did in Shanty Town. I think that he has birthed a character that would outlive him. Yeah.
Wow. So, Shanty Town is another project for you. So, what makes it different from other projects you've done in the past?
Shanty Town is a project that, you know, as a film producer, when you see a concept, first thing that goes into your mind is, how far do you want to take it? So Shanty Town is a project that when the idea came, I thought about it. I want this to go far. I want this to be a global project. Something that when people see, they will know that Nigerian producers are ready to work. Talent here are ready. You understand? When you see Ini on set, you will see the other side of her. You will see her. You understand? You will see the range. Then you know that she should be in Woman King. You understand? So that kind of project, the international platform would see that our talents are ready. When you see Chidi, you will know that he's ready for the global audience. So when you get a concept as a producer, you think of how far you want the project to go. And who are those people that you think your spirit goes with? And on this project, Ini was the best partner to work with.
Wow.
Yes. And she gave her all.
Oh, thank you, Chichi.
Yes.
I think after this, I'm going to send you some money, even though I don't have.
You need to.
So, in 3 sentences, describe Shanty Town.
Unbelievable, gritty, outstanding. When I say unbelievable, you're going to be so overwhelmed that you'll be like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did this in Nigeria. I can't believe this is in Nigeria. I can't believe they did this.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why I said unbelievable.
Okay, so where, the location, where was it?
Lagos here.
Oh, really?
Yes, but we built our set. We didn't have to film in people's houses.
No.
So when you see Shanty Town, you wouldn't know that they are empty warehouses that we had to
Travel so far to go
Yes.
get to the location.
get to the locations, then you reconstruct it. We built the hospital, the prison hospital you see built within, it's an empty space. If you go there now, nothing is there. It's empty space. We built it. We drew it with the production designer. We had to draw it. When you read the script, you draw what you want the set to look like. We did that. We drew what we wanted to see on set. So we built it. The car, house,
The house, the office,
everywhere.
everything.
The office, everything was built.
It will blow your mind.
Wow. This actually make us like there is need for us to build a very strong Nollywood village.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, people are doing a lot of things are going on in the industry right now, which is very interesting. I mean, I say to everybody that this Nollywood is ready, like she said.
Yes.
Nollywood is ready. It did take us a long time. Like I said when I was in a seminar with Spike Lee, in Saudi Arabia, I said, we all, you know, it took us a long time to get to where we are. But finally, I believe that Nollywood is ripe, and is ready. And, you know, that means that we need investors. We need, because what it takes is funding. Once you have the right funding, the right projects, and then the right team to work with. Even if you have to bring them in, like we did. We had to import, so to say, some of the crew guys because of the level of expertise we were looking for. Our guys are also doing a lot, but you know, sometimes there's a lot of films going on, and some people are and there are not a lot of hands going, you know, to go around. So because of that level of professionalism, that level of expertise, those level of creative skills are not a lot. So even if you have to bring them in, like we did in some areas, in some departments, you know, just to achieve an excellent job. But Nollywood is literally very ripe, and that time for that global recognition has come.
It's now.
It's now. We are grateful for the platforms like Netflix, Amazon, and the rest of the platforms who are here in Nigeria now. So what that means is that you're going to see Nigerian content like you've never seen. Do you understand? Like, we are not giving, we have a lot, we have loads of projects we've lined out, and it's going to be from one level to the other. It's going to just keep getting better. And you know, when the film comes out, when any filmmaker who watches it would want to do better, want to do a better job. So you will come back and you want to make it us. Yeah, even for us, it's going to be better than our last outing. So that improvement is going to be consistent. And what that only shows is that there's going to be a lot of growth. And the global stage has no choice. Will be compelled to giving us the right seats at the table.
Thank you, because of our time, I don't want to be arrested. So
who's arresting you?
Just
okay.
Very short,
brief.
Brief. The challenges. Tell us the challenges.
You know now. When it comes to huge projects like this, both of us, we coughed out fun. We brought out money. So money is number one challenge in building such a project. Fortunately, sweat. Even if it means to bring it out, we did.
Management of people.
Yes. Because some days we were 180, some days we were 200. We were so much. And then finally, it's a VFX. So we had like a whole 6 months in the studio doing VFX.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.